is
Up
for Grabs, a podcast where three unfiltered friends talk about anything and everything. And now, here are your hosts, Tracy, Kim, and Rachel.
Welcome to Up for Grabs. I'm Rachel. I'm here with my friends Tracy.
Hello.
Hello. And Kim.
Hello.
Hi. Today on Up for Grabs, we're going to talk about things that are easier said than done. And I threw this out as an idea, and as I started thinking about it, it was hard to really hone down because I found that pretty much everything is easier said than done.
Yeah, I only came up with 4. You said 5, so I disagree.
I think that some of mine are just very general.
Right. I think
Yes.
I was trying to be creative because I think
Okay.
my motto in life is easier said than done. I mean, seriously, everything's easier said than done.
I mean, I asked my mom, I'm like,
Okay.
She's like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, well, we're just going to talk about things that are easier said than done. I go, does anything come to your mind? And she said, well, let me think. And she sat there for a second and she goes, getting up in the morning.
I mean,
Easier said than done.
Amen.
Amen.
And I said, you know what, Mom? You're right.
She's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah. And we're done. Yes. I thought about this because I thought of something very specific that happened to me that I thought this should be easy, and I can't. Like, this is not easy at all.
Okay.
And it was mundane and stupid, and it made me mad. Mm-hmm. And I'll just give the example now.
Okay.
Opening anything in packaging. Easier said than done. I bought a USB drive thing.
Yeah.
Is it like sealed, like vacuum
hard shell?
sealed in like
There was
like plastic?
Well, it was double, like super duty cardboard that didn't have anything to, like, you couldn't get at it. And so then I used scissors and kind of wrestled it to its plastic part where I thought it would just pop out. No, it was hermetically sealed within the plastic part that I had to get the scissors. I was basically like, I felt like I was like a crazy murderer. I had my scissors and I'm like stabbing
That's
at
so
it.
ridiculous.
Did you cut yourself with the plastic too?
I didn't, but I have done that in the past.
Well, I've
I
gotten
have.
major paper cuts before, like on cardboard.
Yes.
You know, when you're just trying to.
And I get it. No, I don't. I don't get
No,
it.
it should not be that way.
And it
Well,
didn't
it's to
used
keep
to be.
shoplifters from getting to it easily, I think, is why they make it so difficult. But maybe if you didn't shoplift so much is the moral of that story.
And I shouldn't.
You're right.
But
I
it
shouldn't.
made me want to steal it for how hard it was to open it.
Amen.
But as I was doing that and getting mad, I thought, this is exactly the same way I felt when the kids were little, and at Christmas time, any gift that the
Oh,
kid would
my
get,
God.
like Barbie would be like,
They're like bolted in.
Twisted
You have to
down
like
with
twist
those ties.
scissors to undo the ties, and then they're sometimes they're like screwed in.
I'm
yeah.
like, well, this isn't fun anymore.
But it was all about presentation. She couldn't have been standing straighter in
That
her
is
little
very true.
box.
That is very true.
Well, it makes me mad. And then the other day, I'm that, or I'm just getting old. But I was trying. It is not easy for me to do the push down and turn lids. I can't do them.
You know, when you get old, you can ask at the pharmacy for it.
Oh my god!
I mean, they do have ones that are
Yeah.
not safety just for that
No,
specific
but-
reason. And I am with you on that.
I can't do it.
I always blamed it. I clean houses and I feel like my hands and wrists are weak.
Right.
And I feel like I have the hardest time. Gatorade, do you guys ever buy Gatorade? Gatorade bottles are almost impossible to open. They are glued. I have a very hard time getting things
Okay,
open
then
as
I
well.
don't feel as-
I think it might be an age-related thing.
Probably.
We're just not as
I don't know.
Dexterous.
yes, that's I
I don't know
couldn't
if I
say
said
it.
that right.
Well, I don't think we should blame the victim here. I think that we are fine, but I think they are making it really, really hard.
Totally not your fault.
And I think everything seems to be over packaged, I guess is my
No,
thing.
I
Like
agree.
even just like a little tiny thing might have like a million
No, I agree.
Right.
pieces of
I agree.
cardboard. I'm
Sometimes
like,
it's comical that you get something from Amazon that is the size of a card, like
And
a
it has a
greeting card,
huge-
and then it's packaged like.
Okay. So that's what spawned the what else is easier said than done.
Okay.
Kim, what'd you come up with? Anything?
Well, I came up with 4 with Tracy. I had a
you're
really
good.
hard time on that 5th one because you'd asked us to do 5. And the first one is very basic, and maybe it's giving away something about me that maybe you like to know before you tell me something. But I think keeping a secret's easier said than done.
Oh,
Well, I'm just-
great.
and I think- and
This is a fine time to tell us 20 years later.
Now, and I will say, I will start off with, if it's something that would endanger someone's life, okay, I'm good. I'm your
is
girl.
that the only thing that the parameter? Because
many times has somebody tell
Dear
you?
Lord, and we've
But
told her a lot of things shy of death.
When we were talking about gossiping, I'm just going to say that sometimes, and maybe it's just within my family, if my mom says, well, don't tell your sister, or something,
You immediately want to tell your
I'm
sister.
just giving away a little bit about myself, that if I have like really hot tea out there, not tea for our older listeners, that's gossip. But anyways,
You're spilling it.
I'm spilling. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that came to my mind, that it's easier said than done. I mean, come on,
that's
if you
true.
know you're holding something and you just don't want to tell.
Tracy's really good.
I know she is.
I like to. I like to.
She
keep
lords it
secrets.
over us.
Yeah.
She keeps saying, I know things
And
you
I'm-
don't know.
And I'm not saying that I'm not. I guess I don't feel like if you two told me something that was in complete 100% confidence and it was something that really could affect, I would never. I'm just talking about
don't know
more
if
of the light stuff. I don't know. I'm just telling you, I'm not
If
a
it's
very
not
good secret
life or
keeper.
death.
All right. I'm glad to know. Thank you for
I'm
sharing.
not a good secret keeper, so
Okay.
I mean, it's easier said than done.
Well, it is, because sometimes you just feel like,
You're going to burst at the
yes,
seams.
like if it's a good one.
I
yeah,
know,
You
I
feel
know,
like you need
and
to
I
share.
just can't help
That's
it.
a
And
good segue to mine.
Oh, good.
Bursting at the seams. Losing weight. Easier
Amen.
said than done.
Amen.
Although, does anyone think it's easy? Has anyone said it's easy?
Yeah. Everyone says it's easy.
Oh, I've never
They're
heard
like,
anyone.
The skinny ones.
okay, I was going to say, then you've never been told just diet and exercise. Well, no shit.
shit.
You
Yeah.
mean if I take in less
And do
and
more.
move more, I will lose weight? Yeah, I get that. There are other things that go into play
There
there.
are so many other factors that you're right. The people that those factors don't
But I think that's
apply
even
to. Yeah,
But they don't even
really-
know.
They don't know.
That makes me angry because even anybody, I don't care size, losing weight is not easy. It's not an easy task.
Because you can't like stop eating altogether. It's not like alcohol that you could just cold turkey.
right.
No,
you're
right.
hungry.
You just can't stop eating altogether.
It takes
you know?
willpower. It takes planning. It takes a lot of dedication. It's just, I think that why people fail at losing weight is because you want immediate results.
Yes.
And you want to feel like, you're going to lose 5-10 pounds and nobody's probably going to notice until you lose 20-30 pounds. Like that kind of thing. That's a very frustrating
Well,
dynamic.
That leads me to one of mine, which is not the losing weight part, but I put easier said than done, like cleaning up after myself in real time as opposed to waiting. Like I'm an all or nothing kind of person, and I'm an all or nothing eater. Like if I open a bag of something, I'm going to eat the bag.
Are you a member of the Clean Plate Club?
Yeah, I'm all or
I
nothing.
love food. That's my biggest downfall.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
love food. I mean, yes, I enjoy eating.
Triple dipper. Let's go.
Amen.
Whatever you two on the triple dipper. We're not even discussing that.
I've never had one, but
Yeah.
I saw that they look really good. No, but what I was saying, like it was easier said than done. Like some people are like, well, if you just clean a little bit each day, then you won't be overwhelmed with cleaning all day. Or if you put away your clothes that you wear each night after you take them off, then you don't have a ton of laundry laying around your room. I'm like, I hear you, but I have never been that way and I won't be.
So I follow this account on TikTok, and I think she's on like Instagram too. But she says she sets a timer, and she says how long it really takes, and like she'll show like her bathroom countertop that has like 437 products on there, and she'll say, I have been putting this off for 3 months, and then she sets the timer and she goes, actual time 18 minutes.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
But like people put it off for so long, but my brain doesn't work that way.
Neither does mine. And I just like, I shut down. Like I would rather spend an entire day cleaning, then clean a little bit every day.
Oh.
And then you know what I do? I don't ever spend an entire day cleaning. So just don't come to my house is what I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, no, you either.
My brain doesn't work
Your
that
brain
way.
either is
I
like
agree.
that or it's not.
I don't see dust.
Well, it's going to come back.
Exactly.
So I could have said, oh my gosh, you guys, you came over and I just dusted yesterday.
Not just saying don't come over.
We just have a really dusty
It's
neighborhood.
embarrassing for both of us.
So yes, it's just easier said than done to do a little
Except
bit
for
at a
my
time.
lair, it's delightful.
Your lair is delightful?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I got new curtains and I got a lamp that has feathers on. I take care of my lair.
Wait a minute, a lamp with feathers on it?
I got the lampshade at a garage sale for $2, and then I put it on a lamp that I had in the garage. I don't even know who I am.
What color?
White feathers.
Gosh darn it, that sounds opulent.
And then I bought these drapes on Amazon that have been in my cart for a long time.
Yeah.
And they are green with birds and lemons and all this stuff
Like you're
on
in
them.
Positano, Italy.
Yes. I know. And
I need a tour of your lair.
And then last week, Sam's boyfriend's mom is like like an antique or a shopper, like a vintage person. Anyway, she does lives on Facebook where she'll like put up stuff she has, say how much, and go to the next one. I bought a bird cage on there. So
because it's whimsical.
it's whimsical. It's going to go in my room. That
Tell
has
me
this
there's not going to be a
stuff.
bird in it.
There's not. It escaped out the window. It's just an open door. Bird cage.
I know why the caged bird sings. Are you going to put like a fake bird in there?
Amen.
That would be kind of fun.
Maybe.
Okay. I'll work on that.
I
That's going
might
to be
get a cockatiel. I don't know.
Oh my God. Now she's becoming weird bird lady. I like that you're doing that.
But my blankets are soft and my bed raises up and
it's just your little throne.
That's nice.
yeah, it's my nice little area. Oh, and I got a projector
Wow.
that takes up the whole wall. It's the kids.
There's
love
no
it.
reason to ever leave.
Yeah, if I didn't have a job, sure, I would stay in there all day.
Yep.
Which it's hard to get up. That's what your mom says, and I agree.
It is. It's
I
hard to
agree.
get up in the morning.
Especially
So
lair.
I hear it. I'm thrilled for you and your lair. And funny you mentioned that because just today on TikTok, I somehow got on the like interior design side of TikTok. This just in, I'm not much of an interior designer, but it was like all these things that you can do to make like personalize your place and like what to spend the money on and what not to. And they said curtains was one of the big things that can elevate your space. And now,
Elevate your mind.
I mean,
Get
it sounds
yourself
like-
together. Do you remember that chair? Okay.
no. But that pattern that you have
Yeah.
for, I want to see
Yeah.
those. I got to see a picture of that.
All right.
Kim, what else is easier said than done?
This is from going from not being able to keep a secret, then it's going to get a little more heavy.
Okay.
Letting go of your children as they grow.
I was trying to find words for that.
And I didn't really say it that eloquently.
Yes, you did.
But I'm in a unique, not unique. I'm in a situation where I have 3 adult children that all live at home. They're and I say that with a little pep in my voice because everything's good. But so I was at a point where I had 2 away at college and one that was going to go away to college and didn't like it at all. And then they all come home and and it's fine. They're all productive in their lives and they're finishing school and they're navigating all this kind of stuff. I have a lot of anxiety about them not being there.
Not being where?
At home.
So you want to keep them at home?
I want to keep them at home. And I know that's not the healthiest thing to say out loud, but I enjoy
their company.
I very much enjoy their company, and I enjoy certain aspects of still mothering them. Now, when you're in the throes of motherhood, it doesn't feel all that fun when you're changing diapers or you're just keeping them alive or you're getting them through grade school. But at this point, I enjoy that my son might say, can you pick up a few things at the grocery store for me? Or maybe that my daughter is going to a festival this weekend and I don't want her driving alone, so I'm taking her to Chicago. Not really happy about it, but I'm glad that I'm needed to do that.
Correct.
That type of thing. So I just think that I haven't hit the empty. I'm not close. I mean, I think I'm close. I think I'm in a 5-year window of being an empty nester, but I didn't know how much I would enjoy and how much I still feel that need to be useful to my kids in a parenting way. Like it's
I don't think that ever goes away.
I don't think it ever goes away. But as frustrating as it is to have 5 adults under the house, it's something about it is it's fleeting, and I don't want it to, I'll be sad when it's done.
I can relate to that because we currently are not empty either. With Lillian still living at home, she has her first job and whatever, and she's looking within probably the next 6 months to get her own place and whatever. But I love having her here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sit around with our coffee in the morning and do our puzzles together and watch Bachelor in Paradise, whatever. I love it.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's easier said than done to
be able to let it go and to be, and not that they're not ever going to stop needing you, because they will need you always. But it's just different. So yeah,
it is.
So that's easier said than done.
That is easier said than done. Tracy?
My next one would be I'm 55, and I'm starting to just accept that this is who I am. So accepting who you are, like all parts of it.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. And I'm getting close to that, though, I think.
Yeah, I think that as I've gotten older, I feel more comfortable with myself.
Yeah. I mean, there were things I always wanted to change or I thought would improve, or...
Did something happen to help you along with that, or do you just feel like it's just the passage of time?
I think it's the passage of time. I think for me, at 55, I realize I'm old.
No, you're not.
And I'm getting older. And like, I can either be happy with this, but I don't know how long this is.
Right.
So if I'm not going to be, like, at some point you have to just say that's what you are. So,
and be happy with what you have in the present moment.
Right.
Because I used to do that too. Like, I'll be happy when I have this job, or I'll be happy when the kids are at this stage, or I'll be happy if I lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Instead of just being
and those
happy.
Things, those changes that you want may never happen.
Right. And if they do, sometimes it still doesn't make you say you think it's going to make you accept and be happier, but it doesn't necessarily always really work out that way.
Right. So I'm working on that.
Well, I think that's great. Similarly, one of the things that I told my mom this and she thought it was sad, and I was like, oh, I don't want to make people sad, but easier said than done. I said, letting criticisms go. Like, I feel like any time I have received criticism, whether it be personal or professional or whatever, I remember every single time.
It hurts your feelings.
When my feelings get hurt, I'm not good. People are like, oh, brush it off, or it was more about them than about you, or, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, my mind doesn't work that way.
Neither does mine.
If I hear something horrible about me, I can't.
Are you being funny?
No.
You can just let it go.
Or are you going to say that no one's ever said anything bad about you?
No, they have, but most people, I don't value their opinion. So
that's good that you look at it that way, because
there are some people that I do, but
if that is
most people I don't.
If I had to make a list of the number one thing that I would like to change about myself, it's that I am so overly sensitive about my feelings. Get hurt so easy.
My feelings do
and
too.
I shouldn't feel that way at 53. I should not, but I did not have a traumatic childhood. Like, you think of all these things, like what made me, I just think I'm a sensitive person.
Yeah.
And I do my feeling. Yeah.
Once my feelings are hurt, and my mom's like, what do you mean? I go, I can remember like just even like a person I don't even know, but like I was like first year on the job trying to do my job,
Me too.
and somebody said something horrible to me on the phone. Personal, like, you're an idiot type thing. And I was like 22.
It's just stuck with you.
It takes me back to being 22. You know,
Yeah.
I'm 55, but I'm 22. I can still remember
Yeah.
that conversation like it happened yesterday.
Yeah. No,
But
that's a tough one.
Yeah, I got to let it go. Tracy, do you have any tips for having me let it go? Just
I liked what you said, though. Say it again. That do you value who it's coming from? Like that person that said that to you at 22,
No,
you didn't even know was a complete stranger.
It was
so
a
if you
meanie,
break
yeah.
it apart and really
Exactly.
put some thought into it, then you can. I think it's easier, but you just don't do that at the time.
Yeah, there's only a handful of people that I value what they say. So everyone else, I can let that go.
Okay, that's good.
Am I one of the people that you value? I forget. Like, can I say?
I forget.
Can I say
I
mean
will
things?
assume if you said something mean that you're joking.
Okay.
So,
And that's
you
true.
too. Yeah, like I don't think either of you would say something intentionally
No.
to hurt me. Therefore,
We're on.
if you said it, it would be for this horn thing to play.
Okay.
And I'm not putting
Wah,
myself
wah,
on a
wah.
pedestal at all.
Sorry.
But I don't think I'm a mean-spirited person.
You're not.
I mean, of course, I can get mad at my husband and I can get mad at my kids, and maybe I'll shoot some things off my, and say some things that I've done that. I mean, but and maybe people say, well, you just like if somebody came at you and said something, you just don't have a backbone. I'm a very I would rather just stay in the sidelines. That I don't know, I don't know.
Along those lines, I mean, this one about the criticisms, like I can't let things roll off my back.
Yeah.
But my other thing is that I cannot handle any sort of confrontation. Like when people would say, easier said than done, people would just say, I just say it.
No.
If you were wronged in some,
No, I don't
if you
either.
were wronged in some way, and the person says, well, I just say it. I just walk up to him and that makes me, I'm sweating right now thinking about.
Absolutely
And it
not,
can be
yeah.
like just little stupid things.
Yeah.
Like customer service sort of things. I'm like, I'm not.
I would say as I've gotten older, I would just give an example. I was at a restaurant and we were waiting and I saw a man be very rude and disrespectful to a young hostess. And 20 years ago, I would have never said anything. I don't know what got into me. I went right up to him and I said, how dare you talk to her like that? She has no control over when you are getting seated. And it makes it even worse that you're a man doing that to a woman. I don't know what got into me.
Where were you?
I did it at Pizza and Libations in Burgersville. It's like down by where Taxman is.
Okay.
And I thought my girls were going to die. And he stood back and he said, you know what? I'm sorry. And he just walked away. And the girl, she was sobbing. Oh. And she came up to me and she hugged me. And I was like,
What?
Now I will say my heart was in my throat. I thought I was going to pass out. Like I was shaking. And then afterwards I was like, what? I'm officially old. Like who says that?
No,
but I
but
couldn't
that's
help it.
good.
So I want to be like that more. I mean, not that I want to be this doer of, show everybody social
just-
injustice, that type of thing. But in that situation, something needed to be said.
I'm proud of you.
Like he took, they had the little
Me
iPad
too, but
that
also
swivels.
be careful. I don't want you to
Yeah,
get
I know,
shot.
but this is a
Crazy.
place but he took the little iPad that swivels around that shows the scene, and he was looking to see where his name was on the list.
That's not for you to
And
touch.
he was with his family. So I was like, and I didn't do it I wasn't yelling at him, but I go, what are you doing? She has no, she can't control when you're going to get sat. I mean, it was weird. It was very unlike me.
I'm proud of you because people have become more emboldened, or maybe I'm just seeing it
Oh,
online.
no, they have been.
Yeah, and you have to pick your battles.
Right.
But I didn't feel like I was out of line or putting myself in a...
No risky. It wasn't risky. Okay.
No, I just felt like you're rude and you think if you go up there and ask enough, she's going to move you on up the line. And
Well, let me tell you a story about something that recently happened to me, and it's not the biggest confrontation. I just want to know what you guys would have. This is kind of like a moral dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? So I was at the FedEx shop, like the FedEx Kinko's place, getting something
Mm-hmm.
printed, and I received a quote. Like the guy's like, here, let me ring this up so when you come back, how much it's going to cost. And he shows me, it's going to be like $52. I'm like, okay. And then the next day I came in to get it, and a different guy rang it up and said, okay, that'll be $96 and something, something, something. And I said, oh, well, that's not the price that I was quoted. what happened. And he starts fumbling through these papers, like these receipts and stuff. And the very last page, it said, honor the quote. Like, I think maybe after the fact, the person that gave me the price realized that he was wrong.
Oh.
And instead of telling me, he wrote on the thing, honor the quote. So I just sat there. I mean, it wasn't $2. It was like $50. So I didn't say anything. I was just waiting for the worker to say something. He's like, well, he was just talking out loud. Like, well, that's if it was two-sided. Well, this quote is just for one-sided. Was it two-sided? I'm like, yeah, it was two-sided. I didn't look at his quote. I didn't know what he was doing. And he already told me the guy wrote honor the quote. So I just played dumb. I just stood there. And he's like, well, okay. And like, so I paid $52, whatever, and left. He called me.
What?
And left a message. Rob's like, the guy from FedEx called and left a message. I'm like, left a message? What did it say? And he said, the message was something like, this is so-and-so from FedEx. We have an order here that's showing unpaid. If you can give us a call.
Sure, I can. I'll call you back.
This is the man that took the money from you.
I don't know who's calling.
Oh, you didn't know who was calling. So it wasn't, may not have been the same guy that you dealt with.
Yeah,
okay.
they all kind of look alike there.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a type. What would you do?
Well, I'd call back and...
Did you already have your item?
Yeah.
Wrong number.
Yeah, I told Rob I was never, ever going to answer the phone.
You don't have to. I mean, but if you really felt, that you felt like you needed to say, listen, I was in there. I discussed what we were, blah, blah, and you honored my quote. That's the quote that I got. I don't owe anything, but I don't know where that conversation would have gone. I just would
it's
be
just
like...
me and the confrontation. A, I was like, well, I'm never, ever calling them back. B, obviously, it wasn't like I ran in there and stole it and ran out. I paid what they quoted me. And I feel like at that point, it's an internal issue. And also...
That's weird.
It was weird. But also, I think I would have felt differently if it was like a mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
I would have been like, okay. Okay. But knowing that $50 is not going to put FedEx out of business, I'm like, I'm sure that other side of the paper that got black ink on it isn't really worth $50 anyway. I'm like...
Right.
In my mind, I was like, I think you'll be okay. Yeah, maybe train your workers a little better.
I wouldn't have worried about it either, or even thought twice about that. You just like, did I do something wrong? Did I, I
think he was just waiting for me to say, no, I want to give you $50 more, and I just wasn't going to say it.
And you just never know what the conversation is behind the scenes.
And then, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, did I get this guy fired?
Yeah, I mean,
the dummy that gave me the quote.
If he did, then
he's not doing his job the right way. Yeah. I mean, that's. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that was a confrontation. That was a moral dilemma I had just this week. I'm exhausted. And I'm afraid every time my phone rings that it's FedEx calling.
Hello? She moved.
Yeah.
She's no longer at this residence.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Kim, is there anything else that you thought of that's easier said than done?
My last one, and I mean, I'm opening up Pandora's box with this one. Staying neutral with politics.
You can't talk about that in front of Tracy.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, I got nervous. Even though I feel very strongly one way.
Yeah.
I feel nervous.
Yeah. So you do, I'm the type of person being non-confrontational. I feel very strongly one way. And, like a family divided,
yeah.
And I just always tell myself, stay neutral, respect the other opinion, respect somebody else's belief. You're not going to change.
Yeah, because I don't respect anyone else's opinion or beliefs.
Well, I'm not. When I say respect, that's different than agreeing.
Okay.
That everybody is entitled to an opinion, however crazy it is.
However
this just
wrong.
Makes me feel better inside.
Okay, I'm listening.
And like that, I've just come to terms with the fact that politics in general is people trying to change your mind about something.
So
your belief system.
Yeah, it is easier said than done.
And there's so much that goes into it. There's how it was in your parents' time, what's ingrained in them. I think that our whole dynamic of politics has changed. So easier said than done is just not staying neutral, I fall somewhere in between. It's just standing firm with what you believe, but
not engaging.
And also not allowing it to affect your livelihood, everything is cyclical.
Yeah.
Everything, I truly believe, works itself out.
Right.
Sometimes you have to crash and burn before it's going to pick up and start over again.
I think that's the stage we're in right now.
Right. And you just have to have firm belief that how long have we been around? Politics in general, how long have we had presidents? That it's all going to be...
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. They're not presidents forever. So, and not to say that I don't get enraged and that I don't let it affect me or that I'm not scared about certain things, but that's just a really tough one for me.
That is a very hard one.
I don't like talking about politics. I'm not as educated as I feel like I should be on it. And I just try to just kind of stay like almost, what I don't know won't hurt me.
Right. Well,
that kind of thing.
All right.
In
my head.
In the past, that's been a great strategy. I'm not sure going forward that's the one I've been using, and then lately I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
I think as you get older and you are more aware, and it affects you a whole lot differently than it would if you're a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Well, I don't know if you guys did you watch the new South Park?
Yes.
I did. I just South Park. When I watched it, I was like, well, how many times are they going to say an inappropriate word? And like
all I'll say is I like South Park. I really do. I don't want to like it. And sometimes they go too far easily, but usually I think it's funny and I laugh. They pushed every inch of the envelope in that episode, their very first episode this season. I thought they must have just been sitting around a room thinking, what else could we do that is so outlandish and
Let's
awful?
do the tiny penis again.
Yeah.
That's how I...
I just thought...
There's another one on tonight I'm going to have to watch.
Yeah. I never got South Park necessarily. There'd be a few things that I would think are funny, but for the most part... Yeah.
Okay, I think it's really funny.
But I will say that that one was... I was like, ouch, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it because they were making fun of...
No, I wasn't mad at it either because I think that I do like certain episodes of South Park that I have found very, very funny. But I think it's when they're handling subjects that are a little lighter. I just thought, you're giving attention to somebody that loves attention. That's just kind of, whether it's gross or not, he's going to turn it around on, at least they're talking about me. So
you're right.
Yeah,
that's true.
Just made me kind of.
The last thing I had on my list for.
Oh, wait, I still have one. Do you
have
want
another
mine
one?
first? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Cartwheel.
Cartwheels are easier said than done?
Yes.
Don't you think in your mind you can still do one?
I'm sick. I could never do one.
Oh.
I can't intentionally put my head and all my body weight towards the ground.
Yeah,
You can't
and then
dive?
flip it. No, I don't dive either.
I don't dive either, but I can do a cartwheel.
I cannot do a cartwheel. I've never done it, but everybody's like, "Oh, you just do this," and then they spring on their little fingers and kick their legs in the air.
Yeah.
I can't even lift one leg up with one hand down. Physically, my mind won't let me do
gravity
it.
anxiety almost.
Yeah, it doesn't make logical sense to me. So I think a cartwheel is easier said than done.
Oh, amen. I'm not I think I was able to do one back in the day, but it wasn't pretty. I was never my mom, I did gymnastics. No, could not. I just
and I
didn't
see
have
those
that
people
whole
do
core.
3 flips, 4 flips.
No.
I don't understand that. I don't understand
know,
how their
it's-
bodies do that. That
And
doesn't
it's
make sense.
not
to me.
being very fearful because
Yeah.
that's scary.
That's a spinal injury waiting to happen.
I do dive though. I dive. I still can dive. I have to prove to myself every year we have a pool that I can at least do a dive.
I'm afraid to dive. I cannot go head first, but I don't, for some reason, that doesn't translate to a cartwheel for me. But I will say that gravity is unforgiving.
I know.
And when the girls were little, I think when we were coaching cheerleading, I might have been goaded into can you do and I could do a cartwheel. In my mind, I was 10 years old.
I know.
I'm like, I was really
But your
good
body
at it.
isn't, yeah.
So I was 35 and I went and tried to do a cartwheel. The impact on my wrists.
I couldn't
weight,
imagine trying to do one now.
Really?
Oh my God.
Okay.
It-
I've never
to say
heard
it
anyone
wasn't
say
good.
that because it always looked like it was very easy for everyone.
Our families, I don't know, a couple Christmases ago, I don't know why I have my brothers are completely ridiculous. Let's do somersaults. Can we still do somersaults?
it hurts.
Just try. Yeah. It's a whole, like, you could do those things left and right when kids just like, as an adult, a grown adult, and you can feel every part of your spinal cord being hurt when you do a somersault. It's bizarre.
It's like going to the chiropractor.
But we all had to prove that we could do it. But then you're like, oh my God, you get up and you're dizzy. It's like, it's humbling.
It is humbling. Along those lines, for fun, I remember when we were little, like if we were just sitting around the living room watching TV or whatever, we would have contests to see who could hold a headstand for the longest.
Yes, up against the wall.
Not even out against the wall.
I don't know if I had the balance to do that, but we would do it up against the wall.
I think we were against the couch. But, so if we went over backwards, we were on the couch. But that was fun. And I thought, I used to love doing headstands. I tried to do one.
Oh, I
almost killed myself.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, no,
what about hanging?
Absolutely
what
not.
about hanging from your knees from like monkey bars?
Yeah, I never did that. I was afraid to do that.
Oh, I did that.
I didn't
You
do
flipped
any of it.
yourself off.
I was always a chicken.
I did that. I guess I was a little more.
You're wild.
More. That's not wild. I mean, or like swinging and jumping from a swing, like things like that. That's about as far as it went. But I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, easier said than done. Don't try to do it. If you haven't done a cartwheel since you're 10, don't try it.
Don't try it.
I'm not.
Oh, I couldn't imagine. I think my wrist would break.
I think I almost broke my wrist, and I had to pretend to do.
Whatever it's called.
I can't bear my own weight.
The last thing I'll add in that I think is way easier said than done is trying something new. Everyone's always like, "Oh, just try something new. It's so fun." And
It's overrated.
Yeah, but look at us with this.
well, this is the only thing that I've tried new that has turned out to not be something that I regretted trying to do.
And it's lasted way longer than I would have ever thought.
Yeah. I mean, we still like each other.
Oh, I didn't know that was part of it.
No, but I trying something new. Maybe when I was younger, it was easier. Maybe it goes along with my whole I can't get over criticisms or whatever. But I just see more pitfalls in trying something new than any sort of ease or fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any others that you want to cover? Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today on Up for Grabs. If there's something that you think is easier said than done that we did not cover, although I think we covered pretty much the human existence. I think we did a really good job.
We did.
Please let us know. And thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.